Hello, my name is Gabe, and this is my garage. It's not the best garage, but it was full of junk until a couple weeks back, so I decided the weather was getting nice here in Minnesota, it was no longer freezing, and I should clean it out. So I went inside, and I did a lot of cleaning. Let me show you what it looks like now. I don't have any pictures of it before. Frankly, I'm kind of embarrassed by what it looked like before. Well, this is what it looks like now. Everything has a place. Lawnmowers are down there on the floor. The bicycles are hung up over there. Spare wood is there and up there. Car parts and old stereo equipment and stuff is all on that shelf. You know, the doors, the storm windows for the house are all back there. And we've got this old car that we're probably going to be getting rid of pretty soon, but I didn't want to deal with that. I also didn't have time to really deal with a couple of the things from here. But I considered my cleaning out of the garage basically done. You know, over the next week or two, I figured I'd take some spare moments to go through the rest of the stuff that was sitting in the yard, some boards and things that were nailed together or had screws sticking out of them that I needed to take out and take apart. And I had salvaged some old gutters off of a mobile home I was going to put in our house so that we'd have gutters on it. That was all very nice. Now, a friend of ours won in a silent auction a weekend at a cabin. So we went away to the cabin you know, being... trying to be responsible, caring, save the earth kind of people, we carpooled up to the cabin in a friend of ours' Tesla electric car. But that means we left our car here. And while we were gone, this is what happened to our car. Looks fine on this side. It's actually my wife's car. A hybrid. Again, you know, we're trying to be good global citizens. But somebody... Well, it was a holiday weekend, and we're guessing somebody got drunk and smashed into the corner of it. So yeah, this is what it looks like now. And I don't know, we can't even get an estimate on what it's going to take to fix it. The mechanic says see the body shop first, and the body shop says, well, you know, it could cost thousands of dollars. Now, supposedly, you know, you can have insurance that will cover this, but we don't know who smashed into us, so their insurance doesn't cover it. We would only be covered for having underinsured coverage, and we have, apparently there are now two kinds of underinsured coverage. Used to be only one, but now there's two. If you only have the one, you're covered if you are hurt, but we weren't even in the car. But you're not covered if your car is damaged, so that's all going to have to come out of our pocket, or we're going to have to sell the car. So we've been trying to figure out what to do about that, but before we even had a chance to figure out what to do about that, somebody dumped a bunch of crap in our yard. Now, you know, there already was a little bit of problem, bad stuff in our yard. You know, the stuff that I had not finished cleaning out of the garage that was just laying around. But then right here, they left two mattresses and a box spring. Now, this isn't the first time I've made this side since then. Now that I cleaned out my garage, I know where my boards and spray paint are. So that was nice, and maybe it'll stop them in future, but it wasn't up yet. They've dumped 14 couches on us in the past, and like, you know, you call up the city and they say, well, we should make a deal with waste to have it hauled away. So we made a deal with them. We were supposed to put signs on it that said for solid waste, little notes. Well, it was windy and the notes blew off, and then they didn't take it. And then before, you know, so that delayed it in any case. And then before we actually managed to get more than about 3 of them taken, the rest of them disappeared, and we found out it was because the city had declared them a public nuisance and fined us $200 and taken them away. So yeah, don't make deals with Minneapolis, I guess. They welch on them. In any case, so here is what we have done because the signs don't work anymore. My wife, who is an artist, made a stencil. There we go. That's not going to blow off. And now that I know where my spray paint is, it's pretty easy to use them. So we did take care of that. But then on the very next day, the yard is clean. There was a pile of boards there. The gutters that I was going to put on the house were over there. The boards that I was working on taking nails and screws out of here are gone. Though the ones that I finished taking them out of are still here. So they left those for me. But everything else is gone. I was going to sort through it, keep some of it, throw the rest away. you know, in my own time when I got around to it, and of course my time was being monopolized by dealing with the car and dealing with the waste. So that hadn't happened yet, and apparently that wasn't fast enough for somebody. I'm assuming it was the city, because those are our yardies. Normally the recycling bin lives here, and the trash can lives over here. Somebody went to the trouble of moving our yardies to the alleyway and emptying them. That does not sound like scrappers to me. That sounds like the city. So yeah, it's like my own yard is not my own, you know? It's like my car is not my own. It's as though the rules of who owns what are just completely breaking down. And people can just do whatever they want with my shit if I just don't happen to be looking. So yeah, I'm angry, and that's why.
Warning, warning, this video is almost over. Warning, warning, it's time to choose another one. This has gone on far too long, time to wake up and sing along. Warning, warning, this video is over now.